Hello, I am Vivi-ana. I am a sixth semester student in the degree in foreign language with emphasis on English. Today I come to answer some questions related to the material design course. So let's get started. What was the conception of materials developed decades ago? For many decades, materials development was simply the production that accompanied a wide range of learning resources to illustrate methods. However, things have started to change due to the teachers' awareness of the insights first. The norms production in the interest of the methodologies and materials used for teaching. And second, the importance of including a student voice to the teaching materials in terms of how students would like to learn and what they need to learn in today's increasingly globalized world. What does development of materials require of teacher get at least six? Teacher must take into account that students learn at particular speeds and are successful in different ways. We teachers must consider this diversity when teaching the target language and when developing their materials while trying to maintain a balance between the language learning needs, reference, motivation, and needs of students. Second, another thing is that teacher must also bear in mind that size knowledge is socially constructed. Permitting learning activities in parks or groups is a most important. Since they enhancing motivation, improve students' self-esteem, and reduce anxiety and prejudice of the sense and thus facilitates the learn of the language. 3. In addition, it's relevant to highlight the value element of enjoyment in our practice and in the material that is produced for our students, which results in students being motivated and engaged in a comfortable, caring, and challenging learning environment. In this sense, we can affirm that it's an essential element of success in the classroom. 4. Language learning materials are a key factor in creating effective teaching and learning environments. As Tom Linson says, these materials could be considered effective since they facilitate the learning of language by increasing the knowledge, experience, and the understanding of a student, and at the same time helping students to learn what they want and need to learn. 5. We can say that effectiveness of the material used for language teaching depends largely on their meaning, relevance, and motivation for students. These three conditions and fulfilled when there is a correspondence between the materials and the tasks proposed in them, with the needs, interests, attitudes, and expectations of students, and thus the learning of the students will be easier. Number 6. Consequently, our teacher inspire and does most of these things. They spend time teaching, facilitating, and guiding their students' learning process, implementing or innovation in their teaching practice. In this case, the teacher dedicates more time to the students so that they can learn the language easier. What are the components of creating and adapting didactic learning materials? Number one, needs assessments. Number two, setting goals and objectives. Number three, content. Number four, selecting and developing materials and activities. Number five, organization of content and activities. Six, evaluation. And number seven, resource and constraints. In your opinion, what is the main role of the teacher in the sign language learning materials? I think that the main role of the teacher when developing the materials is to take into account how his students learn. He must also take into account he explains the subject and how he evaluates it so that does not have difficulties in the classroom and with your students when it comes to learning. Finally, this is the reference. I can use it for the answer the questions. Thank you so much.